already. I'd like to show you how to do the simultaneous running stitch with this white background and black thread so you can see it better. So you can see that I've got a piece of thread that I've put needles at both ends. These are harness needles, or you can use tapestry needles. So I'm just going through the next hole, and it's important, if you can, to hold the thread that's in the hole over to the side so that when you stick the next needle through, you're not splitting any threads. Okay, so there's one stitch. I'm going to try to have a steady rhythm here of stitching first into the front side, dropping that needle, holding the thread over to the side, and then bringing up the thread from the back. Believe it or not, always doing things in exactly the same way will result in a better looking stitch. So there's a thread over the side. Each time I do a stitch, I give them a tug. So I would use the stitch all the way around the edge of the eyelet reinforcement piece if that's what I want to do. You don't have to do the stitching, but if you want it for decorative purposes. So I'm going to stitch down and then back here, and then we'll use these threads up as I stitch the back of the heel. I'm using the same simultaneous running stitch to stitch these two lines of stitching that join the vamp with the heel section. I've got some pen lines here, which of course I would just use a silver pen if this were the actual shoe. So I've got my stitching done on one of the lines of stitching, and now I'm going across to the other side, and I'm doing what I described before of always going in first from the top into the next hole, holding that thread over to the side, and the new thread that I put in, I'm always going to put it as far forward as I can in the hole. What I'm aiming for is to have these stitches all look exactly the same, and that's how you do it. When I get to the end here, I'll make a square knot, and then I'll run the threads back up under a few lines under a few stitches. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. So I'll go to the back side. So this time I'm doing left over right. The next thing I'm doing right over left. So that makes a square knot. And it's down here at the bottom where the foot isn't going to feel it. And then I'll just run these ends under a couple of threads, and that will finish off the stitching. Then just give it a clip.